Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Wetsi'sWorld, or you can call me Poetic Dust, whichever way you prefer is actually cool by me. So we're doing the story how I almost lost my life twice in one night, and this, my friends, is part 2. Remember I had mentioned that one of the things that had really gotten to me that night is when I heard my father scream out for help. For a man to be in that position where he is helpless and hopeless, and it can be very, very heartbreaking. Please let us never mind the chickens. They are very dramatic and they like it, and they like it also. So, one other thing that really got to me that night was I had a teacup in the house. Ne? They had gotten it for me when we did the class party. During a class party, when the schools close off, we bought each other presents. We wrote our names down. We put them in the hat. You draw a name, and that's the person you're buying a gift for. Luckily for me, somebody that took my name was somebody I considered a good friend, and they had bought me this beautiful cup. uh, it sang a song whenever I lifted it up, and whenever I put anything hot in it, it sang a song, And so this cup was very valuable to me for the reason that it was a good friend that bought it, and that it was a first present I had ever gotten. So it was of sentimental value. Let me tell you, this cup felt the heat. When the heat got close to it, it went. But before that, it sang a song like poof. And let me tell you, I am not lying when I said I felt every piece of it come off, and that is how it was in my heart. I was really sad. I was standing there watching our house go on fire as the flames cover it up on the top. So while I was standing there, my mom comes to me and says, Bon, go wake them up so they can come and help. Most of our neighbors were there already trying to help my father salvage most or some of our furniture. It wasn't far off from this neighbor, so this, fear and darkness wasn't even a factor at all. I ran to the neighbor. When I ran to the neighbor, I get to the door. I'm like, pew, 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 bang on the door. Let me tell you about this neighbor. This neighbor is a businessman. He owns taxis, a lot of them. So he says he heard his bodyguard leave and come out of the car. So to him it was ditsotsi di nkile motho wa ka. So when he heard me knock, that nasty knock, he thought to himself, ba nkile motho wa ka, jwale they are here for me. Okay. I knock, he says scan, and he was calm. When I went in, I was like, inside. Join the people, I am here. Get me help. I did not see him over there, so I turned to my left, and he was sitting there. Guys, he was in this position. Woo! Let me tell you, I could see that finger playing around the trigger. It was the longest 10 seconds of my life. I froze. I just stood there. Like, I froze. In that 10 seconds, my life flashed before my eyes. Everything that I have ever done and why I did it, it came back like, my God. Whew. Anyway, after that, I was like, you know what? God, I want you to help this man to be able to forgive himself after this. And I want you to give my parents strength and wisdom to be able to forgive him after he has done this. Because as of me right now, I am forgiving him. No, I am good. I am at peace. Sheba, there is something about a gun that takes your breath away. I don't care when I bewe mono or whatever. So you can imagine when it is pointed right at you like this. Listen, had this guy mistakenly and impulsively and too quickly pressed that trigger, let me tell you, he would have hit me here because I was facing this way. We were looking at each other. I would have fallen down. When he saw it was me, then he put the gun away and he was like, "What's going on?" Hey, go and help us out. I saw the amount of regret and the amount of. He was very sorry that I had to see a gun at that age. He was very sorry that I saw him in that position. Guys, the amount of peace that overcame me. This is weird to say when you are facing death, but I promise you, I was at peace. I was ready to go. Me, a whole me, I sharp. I have to say, guys, I don't think there's anything scary about death. I think death is peaceful. I'm not saying go out there and kill yourself. That is not what I'm saying. You know? So, we went back to the house. They helped out. Put out the fire. They sent me to this guy's house to go sleep there because now it was around 3, 2, 4, somewhere there. I heard in the morning that the firefighters came, they put out the fire, and blah 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 blah. Guys, those are the two incidences where I almost lost my life. Now, life after the fire. Woo! There was no electricity. There was no TV. My favorite things. Let me tell you, it was very. And remember, I said it was winter. So my dad one day came from work with 3 blankets, one for me and for my 2 sisters. These blankets, they are thin, orange, prison-looking blankets. They did not serve the purpose, Shem. It was cold. It was as if we did not have anything. After the fire, we did not have clothes, food, shoes, nothing. Oh, hey, how here? So that's the story, guys. God helped us, and I'm very grateful for that fire because I don't think if we didn't have that fire, I don't think my parents would have been able to build this house they've built now. So that was a 3-roomed house, and so before it was a 3-roomed house, so now it's much bigger, much better. The fire was caused by an electrical fault. Those were the hard times, the hard days, and the teachers at school gave me a hard time. They just couldn't understand why I went to school with private clothes and not a uniform. They even when I told them, they just wouldn't hear me. I was like, that's why again. Anyway, that is the story.